And good morning. Let's go ahead and start 64. Gerunds, participles, and infinitive phrases. Now, a phrase is a group of words that serves a single grammatical function. I love eating pancakes with maple syrup, yellow cake with chocolate frosting, and grilled ribeye steaks. Okay, I don't know why they put that on there as that, but nonetheless, okay. I love eating pancakes and steaks, or pancakes and cake and steaks. And then they put all the little details that go with it. Grilled ribeye steaks. Okay. To give without expecting a reward is to receive an even greater gift. To give without expecting, this is a gerund, infinitive, a reward is, this is your verb, this is your subject, this is your verb, to receive an even greater gift. Okay, these are just for you to look at and figure out where they all go. Now, you might ask me, Miss Shelley, would you get all these correct and put all of these where they go? No, I would not. I could get a lot of them correct, but I wouldn't get them all correct. I can do it. I just can't do it that well. So don't be afeared. All right, let's look at 64A. In the following sentences, we're going to start by underlining the prepositional phrases. Now, I've told you before, I'm used to putting parentheses around them, but we'll, for the sake of this curriculum, we'll underline the prepositional phrases. Then we're going to circle each group of words that contains a gerund, infinitive, or past participle. Each one serves as a part of the sentence. For instance, remember I said this right here is the subject? Okay, this is a phrase that is serving as the subject. Okay, same thing with this. These are phrases serving as different parts of the sentence. And here as well. So we're going to underline the prepositional phrases. Then we're going to circle the group of words that contains a gerund, infinitive, or past participle. Each one of those serves as part of the sentence. Those circled phrases might include some of your prepositional phrases. Label each circled phrase. Your options are, it can serve as an adjective, an adverb, and remember we just have to remember the questions that they answer. It could be the subject, could be the indirect object, could be the direct object, could be the object complement, the OP, or the PN or the PA. Not too many things to remember. Here we go. I'm going to need help. I'm just letting you know. So we're going to pull this up here and we're going to have it ready. Okay. First of all, underline the prepositional phrases in each sentence. Okay, in his heart, with terror is a prepositional phrase. Of fire. Okay. Now, circle each group of words that contains a gerund, infinitive, or past participle. Okay. So, with terror growing greater in his heart, he saw the flame of fire consuming the town and the castle. Terror growing greater. I think it's growing. That's a gerund. So this is the phrase, I guess, that might go with this. How do I know? I don't know. But I'm just assuming that this phrase, it just kind of sounds like it goes together. Growing greater in his heart. And I guess that's talking about the terror growing greater in his heart. Okay. Let's check that. Maybe something else. Okay, so we have of fire as the prepositional phrase, consuming the town and the castle. Now this one is acting as an adjective, and I was right, it modifies terror. Okay, terror. So this would be an adjective, what we call an adjectival phrase. Fire, consuming the town and the castle. Flame of fire, consuming the town. I guess that answers which fire, the one that's consuming the town. And adjective answers which one. If you haven't noticed, we are learning this together. I'm just letting you know this. I've never had to teach this to my kids because they've always had their own teachers on another video, and now I'm the teacher on the video having to teach this. Okay. I'm going to assume that these are not going to be on your review. Usually these harder ones are not. Now I don't know that, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Queen Helen and Folio sat together waiting for him to return. Okay. Waiting for him, or just for him is a prepositional phrase. Now, to return is a gerund. I'm sorry, an infinitive. That's not a prepositional phrase. Let's look and see. So they did not. Oh, okay, yeah. I see. For him to return. Modifies waiting. Oh, okay, yeah. Because in this sentence, waiting is actually a verb. They sat together waiting. So it would be an adverb. Because it modifies sat. Yeah, it's an adverb. Now let's read what the note said. It's also acceptable for the student to put one circle around waiting for him and the other around to return. Waiting modifies sat together, and to return modifies him. Yeah, so we'll just do it that way. Because I know to return would be an infinitive, but if we just did it all together, the whole thing is an adverb talking about sat together waiting. Okay. Are you nice and confused? Presently, they heard the sound of his horse's hooves coming down that rocky path. Of his horse's hooves. That's your prepositional phrase. Presently, they heard the sound coming down that rocky path. Okay, I believe this one is going to be, because coming is your gerund. This is your verb acting as a noun. Coming down that rocky path. And this is going to modify. I'm not sure if it modifies hooves or sound. It has to modify hooves. Let's check that. Yes, it modifies hooves. So it would be an adjective because hooves is a noun. So this would be an adjectival phrase. This is adverbial up here. Okay. I was to wait for arms and armor to aid me. Okay, to aid me. Now this is a prepositional phrase. This is not an infinitive. This is a prepositional phrase. So I was to wait is an infinitive. Now, for arms and armor is another prepositional phrase. Now, So I think, so to wait would be your infinitive. And remember the instruction said to circle each group of words that contains a gerund, infinitive or past participle. Okay, so I think to wait I'm not sure what part of to wait we circle other than just to wait. Okay, to wait for arms on to circle. Believe it or not, that's actually what I was going to guess. Okay. And this serves as modifies I was. Okay, yes, because was is linking. I is the subject, so there's no direct object or anything like that. So I was, and this would be your PN. Predicate nominative or predicate adjective. Okay. These are hard. Thus Queen Helen found him, and finding him made no outcry of any kind. Of any kind, prepositional phrase. Okay. Finding him. Finding would be, is that going to be a gerund? Finding him. And finding him. Found is your verb, and this is your subject. So Queen Helen found who or what. Him is your, that would be your direct object because that's who she found. And then made is another verb, and made. No outcry of any kind. That would be finding him is an adverb that modifies made. Okay, so not and, just finding him. Adverb. Were they not broken of heart? This is one of those where the subject and the verb has swapped places. Were broken. Were. Who or what were. They were. They were who or what. Were is a linking verb. So this would be, I believe this would be a PA, predicate adjective, because since this is linking, this is your linking verb, this is your subject. They were, and then this describes that. So let's check that. Can you believe it? I got it right. Okay. The fallen knight embraced Sir Lancelot about the knees. That's a prepositional phrase. Okay. Fallen is going to be your past participle. Okay, so the fallen knight, I believe this would be your subject. Let's check that. The fallen. Oh, okay. Be an adjective. So not, just be the fallen. So not then would be your subject. And the fallen is an adjective describing that. Woo, that's hard. If I had to test on this, I think I would have failed. Okay. Sir Percival and Sir Lamorak had obtained permission to ride forth together in companionship. Okay, in companionship. We know that's a prepositional phrase. To ride is an infinitive. Let's see what this is. Okay, had obtained is our verb. Sir Percival, Sir Lamorak are subjects. Had obtained who or what? They had obtained permission so this would be your direct object. So what other things do we have to choose from? Adjective, adverb, could be an adverb. It's not subject, indirect, or direct. Object complement. We haven't used those in a long time. I can't even remember exactly what those do. I'm going to guess an adverb. What are you going to say? Let's check. Yep, we're both wrong. Adjective, or I was wrong. You may have been right. In companionship goes with it. To ride forth in companionship would be an adjective. Now, if you message me and say, I really don't understand this section, I'm sorry, but I'm probably going to tell you the same thing because this section was very difficult for me. I don't do well with these phrases because to me, just say what you're going to say, but whatever. All right, so on your own paper, diagram all the sentences from 64A. I will not have you do that. Let's see. Why don't you choose two? Choose two sentences. Okay, I'm going to have to delete these and erase all of this because it'll, when I print it out for you, it'll show. So choose two of your sentences while I'm deleting all of this, and diagram two, and then I'll put the answers up on the board and on the screen, and you can check and see. And if you get them wrong, you can do another one if you feel like you need to. Okay? So just choose a couple. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these up on the board. I don't know which ones you did. So I'm going to scroll through here very slowly, and you can stop it when you see the one that you did. Okay. Now, if you feel like you need to, if you missed a whole lot of them, you might want to go back and try a couple more. You'll just have to rewind it a little bit, go back, and then stop it so that you can check those, okay? So anyway, this lesson is with these phrases and stuff. I understand gerunds, I understand the participles and the infinitive, but when you start going with phrases and stuff, there's no particular way really of showing them and knowing what they are. But that's just going to take practice on all of our parts. So anyway, go ahead and practice on some more of those diagrammings if you need to. And then for tomorrow, I do believe you have, no, we do not have a review this week. I believe it might be in another week. So that will be all for today.